last lesson we did scatter plot. Okay, scatter plot looks like this. Hang on. There's a scatter plot, and then we draw a line of best fit by eye, which is not very accurate. So we're going to. Oh, whoops. Okay, so we do a scatter plot. We draw a line of best fit by eye, which is not very accurate. So now we're going to use a formula to calculate line of best fit. Okay, so there's the data here. We're going to use your calculator to draw the least square line. So least square regression line. So that's the least square regression line. Now, how do I do that? What you need to do is, if you follow the steps, get a calculator out, press mode, press 2. See? Mode 2. And then press 2 again because A plus BX, that's the linear regression, 2. Press 2 again. So you get 2 columns. Everyone got 2 columns? Now, some of you may have a frequency column. So to turn that off, make sure you just go shift, mode, down, stat. If you have a frequency column, make sure you turn it off. But if you don't have it, that's okay. All right, let's try again. Mode, 2, 2. Okay, X and Y. So obviously, the first column is the X value. The next row is the Y value. Okay, let's enter this. So you write 1 equal, 2 equal, 2 equal. Enter the X value first, then the Y value. 4 equal, 5 equal, 5 equal again, 6 equal, 7 equal, 9 equal, and 11 equal. There are 10 points. And then we just have to use your arrow key and go back to 1, and then change it to 1.8. It overwrites it. So write 1.8 equal, 2 equal. Does that make sense? And then we'll keep going. 1.5 equal, 1.6 equal, 1.7 equal, 1.3 equal, 0.8 equal, 1.1 equal, 0.8 equal, 0.7 equal. Done. Yep, thank you. All right, 0.8. Okay, good. Should be all right. Okay, so once you enter them, press AC. Okay, press AC, and then we're going to calculate the equation of the line. So we press find the value of A. So you go shift 1. Now notice that there's an extra one option called regression. Okay, which is normally not available. Press 5, then press 1 for the A. Okay, work out the value of A. 1.986. 1.986 for the ID. So just follow the procedure. Shift 1, 5, 1. Does that make sense? So give you that. Yep. Then we'll calculate the value of B. Same thing. Shift 1, 5, 2. 2 is the B. Press 2 equal negative 0.126. Negative 0.126. Okay. So what does the A and B stand for? It stands for the equation. Okay. So the equation is y equal to A plus bx. So your A is 1.986. 1.986, and your B is negative 0.126, which is your gradient, X, okay? So that's your gradient, They write it backwards. Instead of writing y equal to mx plus b, they write the y-intercept first, which is your A is the y-intercept. Okay, so that's the equation of the straight line. This is the least square regression line. Okay. Now we can use it to calculate. We can predict what the y value when the x value are given. 4.5. So using the least square regression line, we can predict what 4.5 is. See, 4 is 1.6, 5 1.7. Does it give me some value between 1.6 and 1.7? Hopefully it does. Let's use the formula. Okay. So we do y equal to 1.986. minus 0.126 multiplied by 4.5. Okay, equal. And then use your calculator. So let's try that. So you get 1.986 minus 0.126 multiplied by 4.5 equal to 1.419. So the calculation, oh, not between, okay, doesn't matter. Okay, so we get 1.419. 1.419. Okay, any questions? So that's the y value. Now, what if you don't want to do that? There's a quicker way too. Let me show you method 2. The equations are now stored on your calculator. So method 2 is to calculate it using your calculator. So what you do is press shift 1 again, press 5. Now notice there's a y, but it has a hat on there. This means that the y with the hat, it means estimate y. Estimate y. And let's try to do that. So I'm going to press 5 to estimate the y, but you need to give a y value, isn't it? Let's give. You have to give an x value of 4.5, so I think you press 4.5 in front. 4.5 and estimate y. Gives you this. Okay, so it's a bit quicker. So you get 1.4183. Yeah, 1.418. But because note that I rounded the decimal, so therefore it will give me a better estimate using this method. 1.418. Okay, like that. All right, let's try again. Let's try to use 15. So I could use this method again to do 15. So if x is 15, just change 4.5 to 15, like this, right? Just change it to 15, equal 0.093. Okay, so y estimate y is equal to 0.093. 0.093. Okay, any question? All right, so we'll use this y value, and then the rest, don't worry. Sketch the graph or regression line. You have to use Excel, so we'll just ignore that. Okay, just maybe we'll just leave out. Okay. All right, good. Any questions? Pretty easy. Okay, so now we have to do a summary of the whole topic, and then which is the last page. So we'll go to the last page to do the summary. Okay. So the summary is we're going to look at different types of data. So what are the types of data? They are the numerical. Oops, sorry. Yeah, right. Numerical and categorical. And within numerical, there's the discrete, and there's the continuous. Okay. And the categorical, there are nominal, which you can't order, and ordinal, you can order them. Okay. And then after we look at types of data, we can also measure different spread. So easiest way to measure spread is the range. So the largest, or actually instead of largest, right? Max minus mean. Whereas the interquartile range is Q3 minus Q1. And there's a problem with the range is that it's sensitive to outlier. So if you have an outlier, it will distort the range. Okay. Whereas the interquartile range is not as it's not affected by outlier. Okay, so we can see these different types of measure. How do I know if something is an outlier? There's a formula we've learned this topic is if the outlier has to be greater than Q3 plus 1.5 times the IQR, the interquartile range. Or if it's less than Q1 minus 1.5 times IQR. Okay, so make sure you memorize this. You need to memorize it. So I did a highlighter on top of it, so make sure you memorize. Okay. All right, after we do this, we're going to continue. We also looked at box plots. So on the box plot, we can see the max. That's the mean. That's the max. That's the Q3, Q2, Q1. Does that make sense? And then we also need to be aware that each of these is 25% of the data. So the box has 50% of the data. All right, pretty easy. Okay, let's move on to the next section. We'll also learn about other things. Standard deviation, so we can do it by statistics mode. So how do I do statistics mode? So we have to press mode, press 2, and then press 1, okay? Mode, press 2, press 1. Let's try to do that. One variable, x. And then you enter the score, 2 equal 3 equal 6 equal 7 equal 8 equal. Okay, and then press AC, press shift 1, 4. Shift 1 and then 4. And then you choose option 3. And then you get this sigma notation, 3 equal. Sigma is the standard deviation. So standard deviation is approximately equal to 2.315. Okay, that's the standard deviation, which measures the spread. Measure spread. Okay. Okay, you can also calculate the mode. So to calculate the mode, you go shift 1, 4 again, but mode mean is 5.2. You can also calculate the mean is 5.2. So if you want to do it by hand, the formula for standard deviation is the square root of, you sum all the difference. So you go 2 minus 5.2 square plus 2 minus 3, no, sorry, 3 minus 5.2 square plus 6 minus 5.2 square, running out of room, plus dot dot dot. Okay, so you do all the differences, divide by 5. And you should get the same answer. Let's try to do that. So let's get rid of the statistics mode. So you just go square root, fraction, and then write bracket 2 minus the mean, 5.2 square, plus 3 minus the mean, 5.2, close bracket square, plus 6 minus the mean, 5.2, close bracket square, plus 7 minus the mean, 7 minus 5.2, close bracket square, and then finally 8 minus the mean, 8 minus 5.2, close bracket square, divide by 5 scores. So hopefully give you the same answer. No. Square bracket? Okay. Oops. I think that works. Thank you, 2.4. Yes, it's the same. Okay, so you get the same. So that's the formula for standard deviation, 2.315. Okay, same as before. Okay, so you need to know the formula and also know how to do it on a calculator. Next, we also did the scatter plot. Scatter plot is shown here. So there's a linear trend. So there's a positive correlation. So there's positive correlation. And there's also negative correlation. And there's also no relation too. No relation. So there's 3 types of relation. Okay. And then you can draw the line of best fit by eye, which is what I just over here. That's the line of best fit by eye. And to find the equation of a line through the line of best fit, these 2 points, use the point gradient form. First find the gradient. 5 minus 3 over 6 minus 4, which is 2 over 2, which is 1. Okay, so you go y minus y1m, x minus x1, and then you just use your calculator. Y minus, say, 3 equal to 1, x minus 4, so therefore y equal to x minus 1. Like that. Yep. Yep, and then you also strong, yeah, and then here there's also, you add an adjective, so either weak or strong. Okay. Alright, so you just decide. Okay, so weak, let me write again, weak or strong. Okay, done. What else are there? I think that's all, and we just did that today using the calculator to find the equation of line of best fit. So I'm going to do that one more time. So you press mode first, press mode, mode 2, 2. Okay, let's try again. Mode 2 tells you the equation a plus bx, right? That's the equation 2. Okay, enter the score 1 equal 3 equal 4 equal 7 equal. Go back, change these values. 1 equal 2 equal 3 equal 5 equal. Done. Press clear. Shift 1 5 gives you A and B. So find A first, which is 0.2. A is 0.2, and B will be shift 1 5 4. Get rid of that. Equal. Oh, not estimator. Sorry. Shift 1 5 2 equal 0.68. So your equation is y equal to a plus bx. So your a is 0.2 and the gradient is 0.68x. That's the linear regression line. Okay. All right. So you know how all these things work. How to find mean, mode, median. How to do two variable data with the scatter plot. How to find the line of best fit using the calculator or by hand. And describe the type of relations you see. Positive correlation, negative correlation, etc. Okay. All right, good. So I think you can do the exercise today. So you do the last exercise, which is exercise 4i and the chapter review and the challenge if you have time. Okay, good. So you can start the work now. Thank